What's up everybody? Today on the channel we're going to be switching out our headlights to a little bit of an updated look, something to kind of match the aesthetic we're going for, and we're getting started right now. We're going to go over how to remove your headlights, how to install new ones. We're also going to switch out our bulbs to a different LED. We've been running aux beams. Another company sent some out for the channel. We're going to pop those in and kind of do a review this evening and see how they do. In comparison, I really like these bulbs. They're still a great one to go with, but we're just going to try something a little different, try to get a few more data points out there for people that are looking to buy LED bulbs. Also, everybody, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want more Powerstroke content. All right, so we have 4 10mm bolts across the top here. We got to pull out to pull the grill, because to get the headlights out of this thing you have to pull the grill, which drives me kind of nuts. Also, I'm going to be talking about these for a while, but for Christmas got some Flying V Craftsman from like the late 50s, early 60s, and while we're not going to torture them, we're going to use them. If anyone can find rebuild kits for the Flying V that actually have the V especially, let me know. I want to buy them. Alright, so there's little metal clips I'll show you guys in a little bit when I get it off, but basically a long screwdriver. Ow. That's a dumb thing to cut yourself on. Now, onto this. So here are the little clips I'm talking about. There is 5 across the bottom, and they go into these slots here. So there's a little spot right on top for you to poke through and pop them out. 10mm up top. All right, so there's 2 10mm in here, one right here and one right here. There is another bolt in there, but that does not need to come out. And last, there's one here. And then from here, you just pull out. Looks to be just one retaining clip here that actually holds it in. So then we'll take our 3 bulbs out, turn signal, a running light, and then the actual headlight, which we're going to be taking out as well, because we're going to swap it out. And there you have it, one headlight out. Now I will say this, with this headlight we are keeping this because I'm going to probably run it in the 6-liter or something like that, or swap it over. I really liked these. These are great headlight bulbs. So yeah, we're going to keep them. Shout out to the guys from Auxito. They sent headlights and fog lights out for us, so we're going to be swapping them in, mainly just because I know kind of what this truck does. So I think it's a good comparison. Again, I really like the aux beam, but we're just trying Auxito. Like I said, the aux beam's going in something else because they are great headlights. So I'm excited to try this. One thing I do have to notice on this is a very compact design overall. This is a clean setup. I really like this. The wiring is a little simplified from others I've run. Nice headlight here. Very excited to try this out. Looks sharp too. For our new setup, because of that running light, like most, if you just get like a factory replacement, or if you just get blacked out ones, you'll use all this. However, I went with that running light strip on the side to kind of give it a more modern look, like a lot of the 20 plus comes with. So this bulb we're going to take out, and then that will plug right into that. These other ones will stay. I do want a quick talk about the orientation of these. So what you actually need is that, see how one's a little further front than the other? That's your high beam. That's going to go up. So that's going to stay on top. So you're going to position this in the housing just like this. Now, one thing they do is notice that the wire is pointing down. So the wire in the correct orientation will point straight down for this. So you want to make sure we have this popped in there correctly. All right, so here is obviously the new housing. I do like to leave the plastic on until I actually get it in. It's not needed, and honestly, you'll end up taking this out again without having it on, so it's kind of me being weird. So we're going to take this bulb out, and then the running lights plug into this. Again, our headlight bulb, that top one that's forward, the LED that's pushed forward, that needs to be on top. Again, a wire straight down. I just want to check the alignment of it. And plug this bulb in. All right. Now we're gonna at least pop this in a little, because as you guys can tell, it is windy. So I don't want that to fall out. We're gonna test everything real quick. I did one dumb thing. I did not plug in my headlight. And I love how minimal the wiring is on this. All right, I think this looks sick. So, headlight's very bright. Still have our turn signal there. It's a little subtle, which I do enjoy. Which hopefully doesn't get me in trouble. But there's not a lot of reflection in this one either, so I think we'll be good with just that. Here's hoping that doesn't get me in trouble, that blacked out upper housing, but I think this whole setup just looks awesome. I'm really happy with it. All right, so I tried, this is still the setup I had before, which was slightly lower than the factory halogens pointed, and I left them alone because I didn't want to blind people. If you notice on this hot spot over here, that it is actually a slightly higher than the center. So I put those stickers about, or the tape at the center. I'd say the center's about here. So I'm actually gonna leave it alone because I wanted to point those up ever so slightly because they just weren't quite, it felt like I was cutting my field of view a little short with the old ones. We're gonna see how these work. If this works good, I'll leave it. If I need to, I will turn it down. I'm a big believer in like not deliberately blinding all of oncoming traffic. But that's how I kind of test. I get something back up there, I put my tape mark down, and I see where it's at to kind of make sure that I'm pointing it relatively close to factory. Like I said, these on the left were slightly lower than the factory ones, whereas now these here are about probably where the factory ones were pointing originally. We'll do the same test when I replace the driver's side. So at this point, we just need to put our 4 bolts back in. Again, 1 underneath, 2 in the side, and 1 up top. The fit on the side here, perfect, exactly how I would need it to be. It fits just like the factory does. So very, very excited for this little upgrade. So far though, these lights are great. They are fantastic. I'm hoping this is coming through. I keep running into other drivers that are kind of skewing my results here. So again, low beams, high beams. Here's what I really like about the high beams is it reminds me exactly of how like the beam pattern should be for a regular high beam. It actually throws the pattern somewhere. Whereas some LEDs don't have a great high beam. Yeah, so here's my low beams, high beams. It really does do a good job of showing you what you can't see up ahead. These probably have the best high beam of any LED I've actually tried. So I do love that. We're gonna try to show you into a field here. So here I'm just facing a field, get pretty good vision here. They are kind of central, like very focused in the center a little bit, but I get good spread. But when I open up to this, I mean, I have great distance there. I have pretty good to the left and right as well. Very happy overall with these. You know, I wish I had I wish I had my other headlights to compare. Like, I wish I'd done a similar test here, but overall, very impressed with these. These are going to be great driving headlights for sure. And probably one of the best high beams I've actually ever seen. It really does look like they tend to shoot that pattern up there a good bit, which is something that's been missing in some of the LEDs I've tested in the past. We're gonna get some driving time on this, just make sure there isn't like a nuance to it. I'm gonna release this video first. But all in all, I gotta say, I am really, really liking them. Again, really just, I can't express enough how much I enjoy these. I highly recommend them. Affiliate links down in the description below if you want the headlight assemblies. If you're looking to buy the LEDs, both will be down in the description below. I may also link a few other favorites that I recommend, so go check those things out. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next upload.